Generic greetings and welcome to Stellaris. Today's beverage is a lovely glass of pink grapefruit with juicy bits. So you join us in the year of our Lord 2289. We are currently playing the Matok Syndicate, which is situated to the left hand side, to the west of this small map. And if I'm honest with you, we are not very nice people at all. No. If we go to government here, we can see that our governing ethics are currently set to fanatic militarist and xenophobe. So already we are on fairly rocky ground, and that's probably going to be the first and last rock pun that I make. Our authority, it probably won't be, our authority is set to corporate, and not only that, just to make it a little bit extra spicy, we've got the criminal heritage going as well, which changes the megacorp from a nice cooperative, I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine type of affair to something that just messes up other people's planets. For example, we can go to the homeworld of the Interstellar Eon Directorate, and we can see that we have a branch office on here, which currently has a smuggler's port and a bio reprocessing plant, which is as horrible as it sounds, and all these do is kick out crime. And as you can see, they have crime at 100%. They have criminal underworld going, no robot assembly. We've got growth discouraged, even though this is their homeworld. Go to population, you can see it is currently minus because people are migrating away from it. No one really wants to be here. 4 criminals in terms of workers, so all they do is just take resources away, and it reduces amenities, and you can see amenities are on minus, and it just messes them all up. It does cost you a little bit to run, but as you can see, it's affecting a lot of people around here. So we are not very nice people at all. However, in terms of people though, as you may have seen from there, we are actually made of rock. If we go to our population, hang on, where is it? Species, you can see that we are Lithoid. This is the recent-ish or latest species pack to be released, but unlike other species packs in Stellaris, it changes things mechanically rather than just visually. So let's just, there's a cruiser, that's got a new research, and we're going to select probably the coil gun because we're lagging behind a little bit on the old solid state weapons there. Yes, this is the first species pack that has changed things not just visually. So, more new tech. That's administrative capacity plus 20. That is good. We'll change that to, what do we want? We've got terraforming, gene clinics, naval capacity, gene modification, max garrisons and military academy. I think I'm going to go for probably the gene tailoring because we're probably going to go down the bio one. Also, we are currently maxed out on some stuff here, so I'm going to sell probably just 5k of that and then buy back probably one. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll sell 10k of that. I'll sell a couple of k of that one. I'm going to buy loads more of those because I want to go over to our fleet manager, add a cruiser in there, and then max that out like so, and we'll get 7 cruisers, and then we can get that building. Now, if we go over to this one, we should be able to see the difference, the physical difference. There is what the star base looks like, which I think is very, very pretty. Obviously, the colours will change based on your flag and such. It's like the typical Stellaris colour scheme things. It's based on your flag and the primary and secondary colours. We went with like an orange one here. This is the second tier of upgrade, I think. It's currently a star fortress. No, it's not. It's a star hold. And as you can see, it's just a big rock. It's got a sort of rocky bit on the outside. It's a mix between like crystals and rock, with a huge crystal glowing in the center there. We've got these, which are, I believe, guns. It looks like a sort of lava type thing in there as well. And it will change based on what you have. So if we go over to the ships here, and this starbase you can see is a bit different because we have these bits here. With these ones are this like the sort of space docks where we build stuff. Go over to the fleet and spin the camera around so it's not making just a massive hole in our retinas from the bloom. We can see that we have our ships. So these are all actually these are ships for, they're carriers. Army strength. This is just my my carrying force for bringing troops. This is the fleet that we have. So you can see that we have a very nice looking fleet here. It's all just destroyers. We've got all the guns on top and the engines on the back there. I do think that the bigger ships look a bit better than the smaller ones. But yeah, you can see that we are pretty much just made of rock, which is interesting. But this is, as I was getting back to what I was saying earlier before we were rudely interrupted by the game, we have the advantage that not only do we get a different visual change, but we also get, and let me just dock this back up actually, we also get statistical changes. So when you start a lithoid species, you have in your traits for your species, if we go here, it does say, I'm going to say lithoid in here, lithoid, yes, consumes minerals instead of food. So this is something you can't set, it's just something that is default if you pick the lithoid pack. Or lithoid species rather, so you use minerals instead of food, so you don't consume any food, so you're literally producing 0 and you're using 0. However, you do consume minerals because you are made of rock. So is that cannibalism? I guess it depends on what rock they're eating. You can see that pop growth speed is minus 25%. Rocks not traditionally, good at growing. They also have habitability plus 50% because rocks don't really care where they are. Army health increase because it's a rock, and lifespan, rocks are generally long-lived unless obviously you go out them with a jackhammer or anything like that. Either way, that's what we have. We've got industrious because, well, it produces minerals. Minerals are always good for building things and also for eating apparently. And a very strange one, volatile excretions. Each pop with a living standard of slavery or better produces 0.01 volatile motes per month. The highly compressed spore created by this species is unstable and contains an unbelievable amount of power. So we poop dynamite basically, and that is our species. So when you select this, you are given the lithoid species trait. You also are given certain extra traits that you can pick, and that's a first. That is very different from the other species packs that we have seen previously. I think there's a plantoid and humanoid one, I think that's right, but I'm not entirely sure. And those were just, different looking things. So just, a couple of quid and you got some different portraits and you got some different ship names and naming schemes and some different ship and space looking stuff, whereas this one is more. It changes the way things look. Sound, because you've got a different advisor voice, which you can change. It's got lithoid here. Very good. So yeah, you've got those, and you have all of the other traits as well. So interesting. My first thought was, I wonder if they're going to go and retrofit the other species packs. I really hope they do. Whether or not we see that A at all, B soon, remains to be seen as well. But anyway, let's go about our business of being horrible rock people. So I'm currently upgrading our fleet. It's going to take quite some time. Our fleet limit, our naval capacity, is 60. However, we are going to go up to 80 because that's what we can have in there maximum. To be fair, these are not hard caps. So your starbase capacity you can go over, your naval capacity you can go over, and the Empire Sprawl is also not a hard cap. So with the changes with 2.0 and then 2.2 with the Megacorp and the issues that had, things have changed quite a bit back and forward. But now we have the Sprawl, where it is based on your overall administrative capacity, which is your sort of, not your max, but that is your cap. So 110 is our current base, is a current capacity. So we start with 30 plus 20 because of corporate, but because we are a corporate, we do take 50% extra hit when we go over that thing. So you can see leader costs increased, the leader upkeep's increased. To be fair, 110 is perfectly acceptable, and we're only on 121, so it's not really over that too much. But yeah, we are going to probably increase that by assaulting this person up here, and the reason for that is quite simply because they attacked me earlier. I managed to defeat them back to the homeworld, and then we did a white peace because I couldn't go any further, and I was just about to give up because of the war exhaustion anyway. Traditions are available. I've currently gone to prosperity. We currently have expansion, supremacy, and discovery maxed out. We're going to go over to what is the best way of going for this one? Probably the administrative operations, so building upkeep and district upkeep reduced by 10%. We also have an ascension perk that I can pick. We've got nihilistic acquisition, which unlocks the raiding bombardment stance, which allows us to abduct pops and from besieged planets and resettle them to our worlds. Well, we don't really want to do that. We want to do install Dominion, Grasp the Void, One Vision. There's lots of stuff in here, but nothing that's like particularly great. Naval capacity plus 80 and fleet command limit plus 20. Now that could be interesting. Starbase influence cost and claim cost. Starbase capacity. Monthly unity. Pop maintenance usage and governing ethics attraction. Unity is achieved by only when the ultimate goal of a nation people are one and the same. After all, a house divided against itself cannot stand. Fair enough. Mastery of nature. It says decision that permanently increases the maximum number of districts on a planet spot by 2 can be performed once each planet. That's not too bad at all. But we're not coming really close to the other stuff, so we'll probably leave it. We probably won't pick one just yet. We're going to go over to here, and you can see we do have an option for our branch office. So we're going to put a smuggler's port on there because it increases the crime by the highest amount out of all of them. I think it goes from about 25 up to 50, 50 being the smuggler's port there. We can see that we are currently trying to build... that's now actually at full strength, so that is fine, so we're going to send that fleet up the top there. I've just recently found the IRAS system, which is a precursor system, and it is, I believe, it's a bit wiped out. Is it over here? It's that one there, yes. I think it's that one there. Not too sure. Either way, by doing all of this, we did manage to get, over to Relics here, the Jovian pox sample. A sample of the dreaded Jovian something? Yeah, pox that wiped out the Erasian species. So that's not good. When we have it active, it says leader lifespan the passive effect is leader lifespan plus 20 years. However, the active effect is enables the pox orbital bombardment stance. I don't know what that is, but I'm probably going to find out. So I'm moving the fleet up to here. I'm going to do the same for a couple of things. Firstly, we want a science ship over there too. So I'm going to use experimental subspace navigation and teleport to another side of the map where we can check things out. Actually, we can't check things out because everything is closed borders. One of the big downsides of playing the people that we are, not only do people just generally not like us, and rightly so, because we are playing xenophobes, not fanatic ones, but just, you know, the light mode, we are criminal heritage, so people just don't like us. And as soon as you start putting a lot of these branch offs on people's planets, they really don't like you. Although, to be fair, there's a lot of us. So we've got someone over here, Criminal Syndicate. We've got someone over here, which is Trade League. We've got someone down here, which is Peaceful Traders. So that's another Trade League. So out of all of the people we have on this small map, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 megacorps. The advantage of that is, for me, nothing. The advantage for, I guess, the game is that a lot of these can't join into federations. The downside is that you cannot put any branches on a megacorps planet, I believe. Nope, can't. Don't have the option to. Brilliant. Anyway, new research to be selected. We've got Energy Nexus there, which requires exotic gases, which we are not yet finding. Research station output plus 10%. That's okay, we'll go for that. And we'll see what happens. Oh, we also have a natural wormhole here, and I not yet explored it. So we're going to right click and explore the natural wormhole. So we'll go into that, and we'll see what this ship does. We'll put it onto a little bit faster speed. We'll go over to the ship, and you can see it is currently heading down there. So let's take a nice look at the side ship. I like that. All the crystals coming out the outside. I guess you could sort of make it look very amethysty. Other crystals and rocks are available. And the wormhole in the Nimbus has been explored. In Nimbus, not the Nimbus. It connects to the Ishmael system. Right. Oh, right. Now this guy does not like me. -232. Mainly because they're rivals and Criminal Syndicate, and they're calling us xenophobic bigots. But to be fair, they're authoritarian, militarist, spiritualist, evangelizing zealots. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, I can sort of see what they're trying to tell us. What's this? So we've got a incoming transmission, broken artistry, recently been forced to scrap one of our most technical equipment due to a major malfunction. We will either salvage the materials or we'll repair for it. I'm going to repair it for them because we don't need the minerals, certainly not, and that is now fine. So next bit of research, finally, exotic gas extraction wells. That's what we want to get. So our fleet is up the top here. We need to, we can now upgrade the fleet, so I'm going to have to send it all the way back. Ugh, that's annoying. What I'm going to do, I'm going to change that to a shipyard. Do I want to change it to a shipyard? I'll just upgrade it to a star hold and then I'll put a shipyard on there. It means we don't have to go all the way back to the start because we've only got one shipyard, you see. So I'm going to put it onto the fastest speeds while we get all this sorted. So we want our science ship to go up to there. We will go there. And we want our transport fleet to go up to there. And we're just waiting for our fleet to go back, upgrade, and then come back. In terms of what we've got mounted on this thing, let's go over to the ship designer. We can see that our cruiser is interesting. We've got loads of medium ceramo metal armors. We've got level 2 shields there, and we're using a mix of the medium coil guns and the UV lasers. So there you are. Let's actually have a look at it in game, shall we? So we'll go over to there, press the map, and there we are, and we'll wait until it goes past the star so we can see it. And there's our cruisers at the back there. They're a bit sort of bull-headed, aren't they? Let's go over once again to the ship designer. We've got different bows. So you can see, I like the missile bow. That's quite nice. There's a broadside. There's the artillery. And then you've got different central sections. So the hangar core has like, oh yeah, there you go. There's got little slots on the side. And then the back will be about the same. Yeah, we don't need to do anything about that. Right, so we are going to... apparently, incoming transmission. The numismatic order. Shows your wares. So, you are granted 200 crystals for 2 pops. Not interested. Move along. So, where do we need to go from here? Well, the guy to our north, the Verzax Multistellar, are -109. We are rivals. Their fleet power is pathetic, their technology level is pathetic, their economy is equivalent, which is pretty good for the size of empire they have. However, you may notice that they've also been cut off by this person here. They originally controlled sort of this section too, so it means it can go up and round. Caravaneers. After a recent visit, the Winds of Fortune deserts, we noticed that some of our resources are missing. My precious, minus 200 energy credits. Right, they've taken a pack of AA batteries. They can have them, to be honest with you. Anyway, we have a relic activation available. Excellent, and we know what that is. Yes, it's the Pox Orbital Bombardment stance. So ships are now upgraded. We will send it back. And we now have the option for, another, this is, where is it? Where's the branch? The branch is there. Okay, so that is the capital of this sector. You can tell that because it's got the markings around it, the little blue sort of arrows there. But if it's in blue, it means it's a sector. If it's in orange, it means it's the actual homeworld of that empire. Apparently they've been trying to do some stuff. We apologise, reached something of a creative roadblock. I hope the situation improves. And we're going to go for, once again, a smuggler's port because our objective is to just try and mess all of these up. So we'll get all of these ordered, like so. We do have, quite a issue here. We've got not as much housing as we need on the main capital. So we'll build some more housing and then we will build, what shall we build on here? Well, civilian industries we don't really need. Ally foundries would be nice. Don't really know. When in doubt, research is not normally a bad choice. I'll check the others to see if there's anything they particularly need. Amenities are going down there, which is a problem. So, I mean, we could go for commercial zones to produce trade value and amenities. I think commercial zones on probably both. This one doesn't need it, but it would benefit from it. Mineral purification to increase mining, but we've got no mining. This is, as you can see, pretty much a generator world. Actually, what is it set as? Yeah, it is actually set to a generator world. That's something that I still don't understand why it hasn't been changed. You can change the designation, to whatever you want, which I appreciate. But if I go to Agri World, it's now changed to Agri World, so I get the bonuses for that. But then I can say Generator World. Like, there doesn't seem to be any downside and any reason not just to select whatever's best for you. So when you first land, you just go to, I don't know, like a colony or whatever. There's one of them that increases the speed in which you can build things. So you just micromanage it, and there should be a cooldown or a penalty for switching. Because at the moment, it's, well, just a bit strange, that's all. Anyway, I digress. Let's go back on point. We're going to go for a commercial zone, I think, on both of those. And then finally for... this one's just housing, but we've got good amenities. So we will wait to see what happens there. I don't need to build much else there. So, how we're doing for the fleet. The fleet is moving. I'm just going to check my borders here. You can see this is quite good, actually. We've got these big stations, these star holes here. So if I go into this system, you can see it's a 5.3k station, which is armed with gun batteries, missile batteries, a couple of hangar bays, and a target uplink computer. So just more guns, more range, more health and armor. And then finally a listening post, which increases our sensor range by 2 and hyperlane detection by 4. So I can detect 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can detect ships coming from, jumping from that system to that system. As soon as I go there, I'll detect those ships. Not only that, but if we go over to here, we can see that we have Enigmatic Engineering, sensor range +2, hyperlane detection range +4. So I can see 8 sectors in. Yes, we can detect 8 systems in, rather, not sectors. So they're for ships and stuff, and we can physically see everything on planets and stuff within 4 of the edge of us, which is pretty cool. It's just because of where we were and stuck in between the people that we have. I thought being able to see everything and what's going on and planning for it is probably the way forward. Anyway, speaking of way forward, we're going to go forward and probably have a little chat with this guy. That's some peace that's just been brokered between this guy and this guy. Interestingly, this person here was the only person that really liked us. We were on positive at one point. You can see that we do have the criminal syndicate minus 25% and the branch office minus 10%. But we have mutual rivals, and because they are fanatical, authoritarian, and xenophobe, we sort of get on. We hate the same people, which is pretty much everybody. So let us go and have a little chat here. I'm going to make some claims because there are some claims to be made around here. I'm just going to increase the amount of claims we have because this guy's got strongest claimer. I don't need any extra claims on them because, as you can see, we have nobody else on there. But I'll say, what's that say? Strongest claimer 1. So if I just do that, am I the strongest claimer? Yes, I am the strongest claimer, so that's fine. We've just finished some technology here, so we can see we've got research output increased there. We've got, antimatter reactor and disruptor and barrier point. I'm going to go barrier point defense because I haven't researched. I didn't think I'd researched the first one, but I must have done it in order to get the second version. Looking around here, fleet command limit, we don't really want to increase that because we're already quite high up on that. We're already on 80, I believe. Society research from research is always good. Ground defense planning, which is defense army damage and naval capacity from soldier jobs increased. We don't really care too much for that one. There's nothing in here that we need, but there is a good one. That's actually unlocks the spaceport building of Off-World Trading Company, which when we build it gives us some more trade value for each trade hub, and we do have a fair amount of trade hubs. Anyway, from here I'm going to say build some research stations because we've got all of that to take, and I think what we'll do now is go down to normal speed, declare war. We want to claim and well, want to conquer it actually. We don't know what they have in terms of a war goal, but it's not going to be something brilliant, I don't think. It'll probably just be to... Actually, they might have claims on us. I'm not actually going to take these, by the way. There's going to be a bit of purging going on. So, conquering and claiming, and we will declare the war, like so. And then I will get this ship to attack on the left-hand side. And there we go. It's now opened up. So, I'm technically at war all the way around here as well. But because this is cut off, I don't think this guy's got open borders. Let me just double-check, actually. So, I want to go to... diplomatic map mode, click on this guy. They have closed their borders. Yeah, so you can see they have closed their borders. We're all there, and there's closed borders. So they can actually get from one side of their empire to the other. They don't have any wormholes. They don't have any jump-capable stuff because that's very late tech anyway. And the only thing that could possibly go between the two would be... I'm guessing science ships with the experimental subspace navigation. I think that's the only thing that could possibly jump. This guy is getting a little bit too big for the boots. They're still inferior, though, in terms of fleet power. They've got a very big empire. So we're going to attack straight away. As you can see, we are going straight towards the space station, which is on, well, pretty much not worth talking about, 157. So, yeah, not much at all. We're going to get a... where have we got our nearest science ship? Science ship's there. We're going to send it in, and what we'll do is we'll move to there. We're going to send it over on the back because we want to get... in that direction. We can see that we are getting missile hits here, but we are firing back, and you can see we have a mix of coil guns and ooh, there's some gamma lasers there, and that's now gone. And we're going to go over to this planet, and we will change this. Oh, there we go, that's dead. Oh, that is a science problem. Let me go and do that. So I'll research the project. Oh, we also have some unspent trait points, so we can add a trait point to here, but we'll see about that later on. We want to set the bombardment stance after activating the relic and change that to, currently it is orbital bombardment indiscriminate, and the Javorian pox showers the planet with a deadly pathogen. Moderate damage to armies, light damage to planet, no damage to mechanical pops, catastrophic damage to organic pops. Will bombard undefended planets, can reduce planets lifeless to lifeless tomb worlds. Okay, that sounds interesting. It's horrible, and this is something I've never done in the game. Normally, I play Spiritualist because I like going down the ascension perks of what's it called? The Shroud and stuff. I like doing that, but this is the first time we've done anything like this. There is a little bit of devastation there. In terms of pops, though, let's keep an eye on that. I'll come back to it in just a moment. What's this? Do you want to continue the deal? Yes, it is the rare crystals. I'll say 3 rare crystals. How many do we have spare? None. That's fine. Okay, so oh yes, we have Zurak here, which is well, it's got a dragon there called Shroud, and that's to do with the Rubricator, which I've still not found. I believe that is the Ancient Relics DLC, one of the best ones we've had for the game, in my opinion, so far. We're down still on 26 pops. We're going to put that up to fast. You can see immunities are dropping. Devastation is there. Not much though, because it's only... I wonder what the difference is. Let's go over to... so that... If we go over to the selective, you will not bombard undefended planets, not kill the last 21 pops. The indiscriminate is heavy damage, but will not kill the last 11 pops, and that is just, yeah, with just causing the planet to be wiped out. I could land with my army here. Quite frankly, I don't think we want to. Population is on minus 2.3. Interesting. Let's move back to there. And there... It doesn't look like their fleet is moving. Why would it, though? There's no reason for that fleet to move. If it comes in here, it won't last long. That's for sure. So, we're just going to sit here. Actually, do you know what we could do? Let's not. How many armies does it have? 2 armies. Almost 1 army. There's finally gas extraction wells. Perfect. Gonna go for anti-grav engineering to get that city district up. We have no other options here. That's fine. Commercial zones, hollow theatres. That one. And we've also got some capacity overload to turn on, probably, or production targets. That's monthly minerals. I'm going to go with production targets, and oh, also volatile ammunition, kinetic weapon damage plus 25%. How many motes do we have? Oh, we have loads. So I'll put on volatile ammunition, explosive weapon damage, and then reactor armor. That's extra armor. So we'll go for extra armor. We can put focusing crystals on as well, so that's going to increase effectively how good we are. What was I going to do? That. I want to say build there. I want to get my other construction ship. Because I believe there is... I believe there's one bit around here that's got exotic gases. There it is. Oh, I'll just wait for that to be finished then and go over there. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this fleet away. That should have now destroyed the other armies. It has. I'm going to land my 15 armies and then send the other fleet towards his homeworld, which is where we'll do the proper bombarding. So we are now going to land. So there we go. Gropos, get some grounds, get the ground pounded, and... Right. Enemy colony has crumbled, so that is now occupied by ourselves. I am going to jump into here, and then we're going to have a little bit of a chat. We'll also put some healthcare campaign on. Don't smell the pox. And let's see how tough this stuff is. So they've got their station in here, and they've also got their fleet. So I'm versing about 3k, although looking at it, their fleet is getting hammered fairly fast, which we expected. We have cruisers. Doesn't look like they have cruisers. We do have now some research to do. I'm going to head up to their main homeworld. You can see we've now taken over this thing, although it's sort of all ruined. It's only once you take the planet, then you gain the stuff back there. So just did a little quick attack, and that was to do with taking out the probably like science ship or something over there. Or probably was... It was probably, actually, looking at it, was probably more likely to be their army. Either way, we are now bombarding. I don't think we can see any effects of it doing it. Normally you see bits on there. Oh, but it might not be because of the type that we're doing. So orbital bombardment. Javarian pox bombardment enters the planet with a deadly pathogen. And you can see that they've only got 5. Oh, that's available jobs 5. They've actually got 59 population. So I'm going to put the fastest speed, and we'll just let it crack on. I want to see how bad this is. Target of a Casus Belli, which is from whom? The Lavis Commerce League. Them. Now you can now use the hostile takeover. I don't know how or why that is the case. Probably something to do with us bombing them with pathogen. War declared between this guy and and here. Okay, that actually does change things. I'm going to quickly go ahead and take out the rest of the stuff here. Let's go for military garrison. The reason I'm going up is because I want to take out all of this stuff and take the planets, you see. Deep Space Flotilla there. And, oh, that's a deep space flotilla. And they're running away from us. They're either running away or... oh, and there's a colony ship as well. So we just shot a colony ship. Oh, looks like it jumped away. We're fine. Right, now I'm going to come back. Research. Yeah, I wanted to take this over before this guy comes in, but looks like actually what they've chosen to do, which is a sensible thing, is go up and take this guy's system now that they have the option to, and rejoin up there. So regardless of what happens down here, they've already got bigger fish to fry. Even though I've got their homeworld, I'm saying I want to take this, but if they don't join up, then it's pretty much game over for them in the first place. So we'll go back over to here. Get our main fleet to go above the planet once again. We can say reinforce the fleet. We might as well do that. And we are now back to our orbital bombardment. There you can see we've got crime increasing. We've got housing problems. I mean, it's just all bad regardless of which way you look at it. So we're going to send everything back over to there. Move there. We'll send them to there. We still have 15 troops and we are in control. Oh, no, I'm not in control of the planet. Land the armies because they only have probably... Oh, they have 3 armies this time. So... yeah, still nothing for us to really worry about, I don't think, but there is the... Oh, no, I did take it over. I thought I took it over. I was questioning myself there. Embark all. And then we'll go back to here just to keep ourselves out the way. We have another tradition available, so we've got Pursuit of Profit, increase our specialist output. Interstellar Franchising, City District for additional clerk job. We're going to go with pursuit of profit, I think, because we do have some specialists. Specialists being, if we go over to here and then population, you can see these are our specialists. So metallurgists, artisans, researchers, managers, etc. So it looks like we are still devastating the planet. Looking at this, it's just a case now of waiting. And what's that? Federation Association offer. So this guy is offering association status to myself. He is currently in a federation with the Star Dynasty of Emir. So these two guys here. Association status isn't too bad for me, because I've already got problems here. I don't really have a problem here because, quite frankly, I've got a big starbase to deal with anything that comes in, but I'd rather not. I'd rather not mess around with it. The problem is that if I accept association status, I then can't place branch officers on this world, on these worlds, which is something I've been doing when I can, because, well, quite frankly, it is a problem. I'm going to decline for now and establish more branch officers because I just want to keep messing up the this guy, because the way it sort of works is you're basically bringing everybody down in the gutter with you, and that's just the way of things for this playthrough. Smuggler's Port. So I'm just trying to increase crime on there. That's all I'm trying to do. Anyway, research there. Barrier point defense. Very good. We've got shields. A half research. I think we've got shields too. But it doesn't mean to say that no point in not researching that. Because obviously you research it. It then sort of unlocks more stuff as you progress on. So that is 17% devastation there. I want to see if we can actually turn it into a tomb world, but it'll depend on the war exhaustion. Now, we've had 4 space battles, we've won them all. We did get some exhaustion for losing some ships here. You can see that's increased ours, but mainly their war exhaustion's gone up. We do have occupation war exhaustion stuff going up as well, which is why I'm on 30% and they're on 55. So eventually it's just going to like time out. It's going to get 100% and then they'll have to just go, yep, no problem, and just agree to, well, at least forcibly agreed that I've won, and I'll achieve my war goals within 24 months of them getting to 100%. Looking at the speed in which that's going up and the way this is going up, I don't think we'll sadly get that to rockin' new tech. Grateful. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, I don't think we'll get that maxed out. Anyway, we'll check out lead lifespan, naval capacity. Oh. Are they going to try and take their planet back? No, because that's not them. That's the other guy, the planetoid. So I don't know where he's going with them there. I have a feeling he's going to try and take the homeworld, which could be an issue. We'll see. Anyway, we're going to go with... Go on, I'll go with Terraform because it's been sitting in the research queue for quite some time. Unspent trait points. I bet that's where he's going, you know. No, he's stopped. He came there, stopped, and is turning back around. I'll probably be able to click on it and find out where it's going. Unknown orders. Unknown orders. I don't know where they're going. I don't think he knows. It's just going back and forward between the different places. Where's he going with those? Could be going to there. Apparently the Reagan Commerce Exchange is coming. Oh, there we go. Look, that's what I thought he'd be doing. So he's going to land his troops and take that planet. So he has actually taken that over. So my bombardment stops because he's technically taken it over, you see, which is a shame. It's a bit of a shame. Okay, that's the problem with having some war. Looks like one of our scientists has sadly perished, although don't know what, does it just go into a corner and just become a boulder? what was the other one? Bigger and bolder. That's what the DLC was, apparently. Yeah. Physics. Recruit. Field manipulation. Go. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to wait then for this to be sorted. There's District City housing increased. There's Star Fortress and a railgun. We're going to go with railgun. I do prefer energy weapons. That one's been taken over by me by the look of it. Yeah, that's good. I do prefer energy weapons over the physical stuff. And then you can get, is it the particle beam or the lightning cannon? I like the lightning cannon. It's just a crying shame that you don't in the game have that. That's the big spinal weapon on the battleships. That you've got energy and kinetic, but you don't have a missile version. You don't have like a huge space torpedo, because that would be very cool indeed. But sadly, you don't. You don't have that. Anyway, it looks like they are still going to be right on the money there. It's 71% there. It's slowly going up. Sadly, because we don't control this now, we can't do much with this. You can see that the population's not growing. It's just been stopped. In fact, yes, they've discouraged growth there. And I'd be very tempted to go to war with this guy. If I go to war with this guy, I can then take that back. But I think that would be a little bit... I think that would be going too far, quite frankly. Let's get that down there. That's already situated there. That's fine. We have association status here. Nothing else to build, although it would be nice to probably... Let's upgrade our fleet. And from here, we're going to change one of those to a shipyard and another one to a... We don't need another hangar bay, but if we go for off-world trading company, we get 2 trade value for each trade hub, and we've already got 2, so we might as well do something like that. Let me just buy a lot of the alloys that we need. We'll just double check that. That one is going to be a trade hub. Our shipyard here, that's got a trade hub. That's got 2 trade hubs. Where is that though? It is in the middle there. So we'll change that one to another trade hub, because we don't really need... actually, having that as keeping up with guns is good, because if they have to come through it, don't they? But I will change that to an off-world trading company. In reality, if they get past that big one, then it's already problematic. So we'll change that to a trade hub. More money, more better. And upgrade that to a star hold. That one's not upgraded. That one isn't upgraded. That one is upgraded. That one... Don't need to. That one's already getting done. And that one's there. Right. So, it is just a case of waiting now. I don't think there's much else we can do. In terms of these planets around here, I'm just going to double check to see if we have... No, we don't have a branch office. I only have 20 people, so I'll accept that and put one on there. You get a corporate building for every 25. For every 25 population that they have. That does have a branch office. That does have a branch office. That one does have a branch office. That does not. It's got 11 population though, so not really worth it. Although, if you put it on early, you can really mess up the building of the planet. That's only got 9. I think because that's the home world, the main system of that arm. I think we'll do that one. We'll check this one out as well. Yeah, it's got a branch office too. Right, more research, terraforming and stuff. Civic slots and system capital complex. Xeno Outreach Agency. That one now. Getting a civic slot is just really good, where you can reform your government and you get more stuff. And there's actually more things in this list than what you can start with, I believe. So, yeah. So, how are we doing for the attacking? More research complexes. We're going to go with a laser, X-ray laser, I think. That should be fine. Don't need to upgrade these. They are currently being upgrading. Yeah, you can see we're working on the cruisers there now. I don't know what they're armed with. I'm going to put on fear campaign, education campaign, recycling campaign. Fear campaign is increased unity, education for experience gain, and recycling for consumer goods upkeep. In terms of our ships then, have a quick look at the ship designer. We can see that the cruiser is on auto best. I don't generally mess around with these too much. We've got a mix between medium coil guns and the anti-UV lasers there. And then the armor standard. There's nothing particularly special about the technology I have. Good grief, look at the branch officers. That's a lot. And an excavation. Archaeology site has been discovered. Where at? There. Must have just appeared. The game does that. If it's stagnating a bit, it'll pop up. Oh yes, you may notice. You may be thinking, why have I not gone around here? Well, that's because in this system we have what was originally impossible for me to defeat, which is like huge mining drones and stuff. That's not a problem now. What is a problem is that we have the enigmatic fortress there, and it's the only way in. So that is suboptimal to say the least. Next piece of tech. Fusion missile bond. Upgrade again. Just gonna upgrade here. How we doing? We're on 59, they're on 89. Got some new skills. An eye for talent skill. Not them. Them. Eye for talent, is it? I don't know. Anyway, what I did notice is that we can upgrade loads of stuff here. This is upgrading to better research, but it does require exotic gases. But we do have 9, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that one I will need more rare crystals. But I've got rare crystals, so actually I've got rare crystals. No, I've just got rare crystals. That's fine. I was going to say it might have been because I've taken up something around here, but it's not. Oh, is that Zero? Yeah, I've got Zero there, which is like a dust, like a psionic dust, psychic dust type stuff. I've also got the dark matter there, but I don't know about either. I haven't researched either. Construction complete. Yes, yes, yes. So that is now fine. In terms of trade, how we're doing? 163 trade value. So that's for our energy credits, and you can see all the lines where stuff's coming to and from, and no pirates. We do have a lot of things around here to stop that. These hangar bays mainly. So a couple of trade hubs on that one, followed by the off-world trading company. That should be as fine. They have a science ship. Well, that's very brave of them. So I will attack it. And that didn't last long. Let's upgrade again. Every time we get new tech, it's trying to change it. And looks like it's going to cost... upgrading, it's going to take some time. Right, they are currently on 100 for their war exhaustion. So they have 24 months in order to give up, basically. There's fusion missiles. That Star Fortress keeps taunting me. Better armor, plasteel armor. Because we're lagging behind on that sort of thing. Is that a... Oh, it is. I feel a bit guilty, but... No, you know what? I'm going to leave them be. No, I'm not. Of course I'm not going to leave them be. That's a colony ship. And... yeah, zap. Back to the upgrading station. You can see we've now got loads of railguns on that now, so that's what it's retrofitting it with. Fair enough. We have an enemy fleet as well. Oh! Enemy fleet? Oh, okay. Well, if it's... yeah, technically 180 is a fleet. Get back to upgrading. Yeah, I don't know where that would have come from. Because it can't get in any elsewhere and it hasn't attacked the rest of it. To be fair... Huh. That's 846 space stations. So that would have taken them out in any road. So, yeah. These guys are still fighting. This guy... Who is this one, actually? That is a Keepers of Knowledge, Stagnant Ascendancy. Because of the size of the map, there's one Stagnant Ascendancy and one Marauder Empire. Well, there's always one Marauder Empire if you turn off. Actually, I think you may be able to have more. We have war declared here. So that is... interesting, actually. It's him, the Star Dynasty of Emir, going to attack the Dethakan Tribunal. So it's Enlightened Monarchy and Holy Tribunal. So him attacking him, that's fine with me because I don't like this guy, and this guy we sort of get on with. Yeah. Let's continue the deal. That's just extra rare crystals for some of the stuff we have. So we've got closed borders, and they can attack us. And oh, tension attack. You need of others to fight your battles, knowing that the mercenary fleets are available to hire. Yeah, I did. I may have hired a mercenary fleet to attack someone. We have maxed out on, of all things, consumer goods, which is something you don't normally do. The thing at this stage is that we just don't have the... We need some more alloys. So I'm going to sell 10k of that. Couple of K of that. And get loads of alloys to upgrade. We do have another point to spend. We'll go for city districts provide 1 additional clerk job. We still have activated that. I will activate it by default just to keep it running. The artifacts system, really like. That was the ancient relics. What is it? Ancient relics? I always get there's a couple, but I always get them mixed up. But yeah, this story pack's really good. There's the X-ray laser. So we've probably just upgraded. We're gonna have to upgrade again. Advanced research complexes. We're not going to go with. We'll go with shield capacitor. Another auxiliary thing would be good. Yeah, there's the upgrade, and there's an engineering requirement there. Research speed, just in general. That's always alright. So I'm on 83 war exhaustion. They're on 100%, but they've been on it for, I would guesstimate, a year. So there's no reason to assume that they aren't just going to give up, and all of this here becomes mine. Assuming, perhaps wrongly, that this guy hasn't put more claims on it. It is possible that he'd put claims on it. Make claims. I've got claims on these, and there hasn't been any more added by the look of it, so that's fine. There's some new tech with the plasteel armor. I think I'm researching this faster than I can upgrade the ships. Yes, that is pretty much the case. It would be a lot faster if we were back at our home world, but, well, we're not. So, there's the end of that chat, basically. Just waiting for this war to give it to stop, but basically, he's going to lose. He's dead, in fact. There is civic slots, and there's an exclusive retreat. So... Executive Bathroom Island. Yeah, we'll go for that. And we've got civics. So, reform government. Media conglomerate. War exhaustion gain. -5%. Citizen pop happiness +5%. Brand loyalty. Free traders. Private military companies. That's army damage. Don't really need that. Naval capacity +15% is good. Private prospectors. Private colony ship with administrative capacity increase. Don't really care about the private colony ship, but the administrative capacity is pretty good. Trading post, starbase capacity, don't really need that. Ruthless capitalist leader again. There's nothing in here that's really sort of shaking things up. Only really the media conglomerate. But then again, having that one, administrative capacity increase, is probably the way forward. But the media conglomerate, quite frankly, is more evil. So we'll go with that one. Right, unpause it again. Like I say, just waiting mainly for this to sort itself out. I could start making claims back here. But the problem is that, because we're a megacorp, going over your empire sprawl, your administrative capacity rather, and the empire sprawl going quite high, which we're only over by a little bit. We can't go over by a lot, so which is why once this has been taken over, we're not going to bother with these populations. We're going to be getting rid of those through various questionable methods. Not even questionable, just downright wrong, quite frankly. But there you are. We're on 94% war exhaustion, so we are eventually about to hit that hard limit, and it's going to say, right, you got a while to stop it. I think it's 24 months. Yeah, strangely, we can't achieve our war goals because we're on -74%. They will not accept it, and I don't know why. So this guy, the artisan troop, they've Run your new subscription. It's a deal which increases monthly unity, which is why I do it in the first place. I could sell for status quo. No, I'm just going to wait. You can see there's space battles listening in there as well, because, I mean, they're just having things like that construction ship turn up. Yeah. Rock and new tech, research institute. As soon as I saw that, there's pretty much no other option that I would probably pick over it, unless it was big honking space laser. Speaking of big honking space lasers, we can build Titans, and we can also build Dreadnoughts, which is interesting. Titans, not Dreadnoughts, Colossus ships. Yeah, so you got your Colossus project, which gets like Death Star type thing. And there we are. That weird noise that we heard is our war exhaustion. What's this? Peace offer. Status quo. Clear both parties stand to lose from a continued conflict. Why throw it away? So does that mean I just take this? Attackers, planets. Those two planets and the systems there. But I don't know if I'll have... No, I'll have that one and that one, but I'm not going to get that one because that's not part of the war. I'll agree to it. But anyway, there we are. The war is done and everything is just dandy. We now have to start to deal with these planets, and we'll do that in various ways, but I think we will leave it there. I think there's going to be a little bit of purging. That has been a bit of Stellaris with the Lithoid stuff. It's not something that I specifically came out to do any particular preview of, but obviously with it being new and not trying it much, I thought I would do that and show you a little bit of it. It's very interesting to see them adding traits to the species packs. I do hope they go and retrofit the other ones, but we'll see how it goes. And yeah, just more Stellaris, more better. As always, anyway, hope you have enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.